Buckle up for an exhilarating ride around Pixar Pier in enclosed tunnels and some incredible special effects. Definitely want to check that one out because that's where we are. We are at Disneyland, California, as First Take is live, and we're counting down to Super Bowl 61. This is the handoff, going from Super Bowl 60 to Super Bowl 61. That's going to be just up the road at SoFi Stadium.
Can I say something real quick?
Go ahead, Asai.
Appreciate the great work that all the networks have done covering the Super Bowl all these years. But I can't wait to see what ESPN and ABC does with our Super Bowl coverage. We having it for the first time next year. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Hello, everyone. Welcome to First Take. Shay Cornett here with you. Dan Orlowski. We've got Peter Schrager here now. Cam Newton and Stephen A. Smith.
Yes.
Here's some sound from last night. Take a listen.
First and 10 at the Seattle 44. Here comes the blitz. May hit he tries to throw. Ball comes out. Going the other way with it. Turning upfield. It's Chenoweth. And he scores. Touchdown. Seahawks. The Seahawks defense. They have done it again.
So that Seattle defensive touchdown was the low light of an ugly night for the Patriots last night. They lost 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. But now we look ahead. Do we expect New England to be a top team in the AFC next year? We'll go to Peter Schrager because he's new to the desk here.
I know everyone's high juice here. We got this live crowd. Everything's good. Am I allowed to dampen the spirits a little bit here? That team we saw last night that took the field, that team is not a team I would take coming out of the AFC going into next season. I was very disheartened by what we saw. They have been ahead of schedule all season. They have played well past expectations. I don't know how you can watch that team last night that had absolutely zero offensive production, did not seem to have that next gear when they needed it, and couldn't adjust at halftime to what was happening and say, yes, I feel confident. They're young. He's young, but we still have a left tackle in Will Campbell, who I'm not sure is going to be the starting left tackle on opening day based on what we saw the postseason. A left guard who I don't know is going to be the starting left guard based on what we saw. And quite personally, it's just such a parity-driven, turbulent, up-and-down NFL world we live in where I can't look at Mahomes coming off the injury, Josh Allen coming off the early losses, Bo Nix in Denver, and of course all these other great quarterbacks, whether it be Herbert Burrow in the AFC or Lamar in the Ravens, and look in you in the camera and say, Patriots are the favorites next year. Drake May did not play great yesterday, and Drake May did not play great throughout the playoffs. So they had a really awesome season. They were ahead of schedule. Right. But I can't come in good faith and tell you right now that the New England Patriots are the team to beat in the AFC.
Well, you shouldn't. I mean, that would be unwise, an unwise thing for you to say, and you are not an unwise man. So obviously, I think you're right. I think we have to take into consideration what they did to get to this point. They went out, they hired a new coach. Okay, he's not going anywhere. But you spent over $350 million overturning 40% of your roster, okay? And you still didn't win the chip, even though you got there, and you deserve credit for that, having the weakest schedule since 1999 and getting every break under the planet in the postseason, okay? So we get that part. Then you got Caleb Von Chazon. I mean, he's going to be an unrestricted free agent, okay? So you got that to deal with, okay? That's involving your pass rush. That is not a person that you need to lose, and in all likelihood, you're going to lose them. I think they've got about $34 million in salary cap space. Yeah. You better do everything that you can to extend Christian Gonzalez. He was the best defensive player for the New England Patriots. I mean, it's about 3 touchdowns that he saved single-handedly.
He was phenomenal,
no doubt about it. He was absolutely special, so you got to keep him. I'm just saying that when you look, you're absolutely right. When I think about Buffalo, when I think about Denver, I don't think that Baltimore is going to, I think they're going to resurrect themselves and Lamar Jackson's going to be healthy. We cannot forget that. I think that's a Cincinnati is somebody we can never rule out offensively. Defensively, they're trash. I get that part. All right, but I'm looking at the AFC West. Kansas City, you think Patrick Mahomes is going to stay down? The Chargers, they're here. I think that Mike, McDonald being McDaniel, apologize, being in your offensive coordinator, I think that's going to help them immensely. And of course, Denver's not going anywhere. So I look at all of those things in the AFC. New England might be in the mix. I certainly wouldn't be surprised if they were a playoff team, meaning a wild card. But do I view them as the team to beat in the AFC? Absolutely not.
I'll be real quick. I mean, in regards to looking forward to next year, I wouldn't even say top 6. Definitely not top 8. Given what?
Not top 8?
Kansas City.
Okay.
Kansas City. You got the Los Angeles Chargers. You have your Ravens. You have the Bengals. You have the Bills. You have the Texans.
Yeah.
You have the Broncos.
Jaguars were great this year.
Come on.
That's not a crazy take.
Come on. Like, it's the messenger once again,
And you're
ladies
just
and
talking
gentlemen.
about
It's bold, but it's true. Nobody's looking at the New England Patriots as like, okay, they're a dynasty. It's the new age version of a time. No, it's not that situation.
Okay, one, the NFC is clearly better than the AFC. The NFC is going to rule the NFL
Well, why
for
do
the
you
next.
go on? What teams are
The good teams in the NFC are significantly better than the good teams in the AFC right now. This is going to be the 90s all over again. The Rams, Seattle, Green Bay, Chicago, Detroit, they're all going to be better. San Francisco than the top AFC teams. To say not top 6 or top 8 is outrageous.
But do you hear the teams though?
Okay,
Yeah, but the Chargers?
But who do we? First of all,
Justin Herbert?
What has he shown you?
They beat the doors off the Chargers in the playoffs.
They was deficient at the offensive line position.
Okay,
bro.
but we don't know that they're going to be 100% whole next year. They beat the doors off of Houston's offense.
Oh.
I picked Houston in that game. They embarrassed Houston's offense.
What?
So to sit here and say that I'm not placing them at the top, no. But I don't think any of us can pick one team in the AFC, at least right now, to sit there and say they're the clear-cut top 1 or 2 teams in the AFC next year.
But we know for sure it's not the New England Patriots.
How do we know that? This team just went to the AFC Championship game with the 4th most snaps in the NFL out of rookies.
Well, answer the question then.
Do I expect the Patriots to be absolutely?
How about the best?
No, I don't think there's one team right now that any of us could sit here and say is clearly a favorite in the AFC. But this is a quarterback that just had a fantastic second year that's only going to get better. They're well coached on every facet. The offensive line, they're going to move Campbell inside. He's not going to play tackle. They've got top 10 cap space. The defense, I was in the building last night. That defense is tremendous. Not nearly as good as we gave it credit for. This New England team is going to be just as good as anybody in the AFC.
But they did spend a ton of money in the offseason. They got some contract questions coming up, so I don't know if it's going to be the
questions
same.
coming up, number one. Number two, how come we can't look at the number 1 seed and ask ourselves if their starting quarterback is back in Bo Nix? How come we can't view them as the number 1 team in the AFC when you consider the fact that you got a defense that had 68 sacks, that was 4 shy of an all-time record by the Chicago Bears in 1984?
Sure.
You got those cats coming back.
Sure.
You know, if Bo Nix was in the lineup, I don't think New England would have been here if Bo Nix was in the lineup. But I'm just saying, looking at Denver,
disagree with that.
why can't we look at the number 1 seed and say to ourselves, they're probably the team to beat?
I would also say it's okay to say that New England wildly surpassed expectations.
100%. New England had
that's
no
an
business.
awesome season, but doesn't mean we have to say they're the team next year. They
So
did an
maybe
amazing
top 5, New England, you put them in? Top 6?
I stand 10 toes down. They're not in the top 8.
Top 8 in the AFC.
I just
I'm
gave
saying
you my
in the
list.
AFC.
He gave
but
me
not
the
the whole
list.
league, the AFC.
The
AFC.
There's only 16.
I think that's a bit extreme.
He gave me
I
the
think it's a bit
list.
extreme.
Listen,
This is a bit extreme.
That means you listed them. You're not crazy.
I'm telling you, like, it sounds crazy, but when you put logic and merit to the answer.
You're saying Buffalo, Denver, Chargers, Houston, Indianapolis, KC,
No, he
Jaguars.
didn't say
I didn't say Indianapolis. I said
Bengals.
Jacksonville, the Bengals, the Ravens.
Bengals have Joe Burrow at quarterback. That's his
Texans, Broncos.
We're playing defense for the Bengals still.
Yes,
they
we
ain't stopped
are.
anybody in 3 years.
Let's lock up, bro.
They haven't been in playoffs in 3 years.
All right, we got to go. We got a big Monday doubleheader tonight on ESPN, an important ACC and Big 12 matchup here. Number 24 Louisville will host NC State at 7 Eastern, then undefeated